for you and for me, and who we're standing here fighting with, are going to be under tremendous pressure. This is the last one I want to specially introduce to you and make sure that you remember to keep encouraging this senator over the next several weeks and let him know to keep up the fight. Please join me in welcoming the senator from Texas, Ted Cruz.
God bless the Tea Party. God bless America. And God bless each and every one of you. Obamacare is a disaster. Well, thank you. I will note that is the exact same thing my wife says to me whenever I come back early from the gym. I am inspired by each of you. We are fighting to save this country. Obamacare is the #1 job killer in America. More and more Americans are losing their jobs because of Obamacare. More and more Americans are seeing their hours forcibly reduced to 29 hours a week. More and more Americans are seeing health insurance premiums skyrocket or losing health insurance altogether. And not a single American wants to have the federal government get in between us and our doctors. This thing ain't working. And President Obama is busy granting exemptions to all the favored groups in Washington. Giant corporations, they get an exception. Members of Congress, they get an exception. And now unions are saying they want an exception. Well, I got a simple question, Mr. President. How about an exception for hardworking American families? Now, I want to be brutally honest about this fight to defund Obamacare. If the traditional rules of Washington apply, we can't win. If the forums in which we have to make the case consist of the smoke-filled rooms in the U.S. Capitol, this fight is impossible. But I'm convinced the model has changed. I'm convinced there's a brand new paradigm in America, which is the rise of the grassroots. I can't win this fight. Mike Lee can't win this fight. Rand Paul can't win this fight. No elected politician in Washington can win this fight. Only you can win this fight. We've got 20 days between now and September 30th. You know, in just a few weeks, nearly 1.2 million Americans have gone to don'tfundit.com, have signed the national petition in just a few weeks. How do we win? It's very, very simple. In the next 20 days, we need millions more Americans to go to don'tfundit.com, to sign the national petition, to pick up the phones and call their senators, call their representatives, to go on Facebook and Twitter and put comments, and then I'm going to give a charge to each and every one of you. Between now and September 30th, I'm going to ask each of you to find 10 people to go to don'tfundit.com and sign that petition. It has to come from the people. If we see millions and millions of Americans standing up saying, "Save us from this train wreck," Washington will be forced to listen. Now, last night, stories emerged that some House Republicans are considering procedural tricks to let them vote on defunding Obamacare, and then to let Harry Reid strip it out and fund Obamacare. Let me ask you all a question. Is an empty symbolic vote enough? Are tricks and games acceptable? You know what? It's abundantly clear here, and yet it's a little bit confusing in that building. Our elected officials need to hear from us. The wonderful thing about our Constitution is sovereignty is not vested in elected officials in Washington. Sovereignty resides in we, the people. The way we win this fight is simple. Between now and September 30th, if millions and millions of Americans rise up, go to don'tfundit.com, demand that leaders stand up and hold every elected official accountable, including me. That's how we turn this around. That is how we transform this country. And I, again, want to close by how I opened, just saying thank you. Every one of you inspires me. We are fighting to preserve liberty in this great United States of America. Thank you, and God bless you.